Welcome to MindLight, where we illuminate the darkest corners of the human mind to understand complex conditions like clinical depression. We often use the word depression loosely to describe a bad week, but clinical depression is a far more complex beast. There is a massive difference between feeling down due to life events and suffering from a persistent, debilitating medical disorder. Sadness is a natural human reaction to loss or disappointment, usually fading away as time passes or when circumstances improve. However, clinical depression is persistent, lingering like a heavy fog that refuses to lift regardless of any external positive changes. It is a medical condition that affects your ability to work, play, and love, changing how you perceive the world. For a diagnosis, symptoms must persist for at least 2 consecutive weeks, impacting daily functioning significantly and causing severe distress. Psychiatrists look for at least 5 specific symptoms from the diagnostic manual to confirm that a patient has major depression. The first and most obvious symptom is a consistently low mood, a feeling of emptiness that permeates every single waking hour. Patients experience a loss of interest in activities they once loved, finding no joy in hobbies, friends, or even food. Significant changes in appetite are common, leading to rapid weight loss or weight gain, which further affects physical health. Sleep disturbances are a hallmark sign. Whether it is insomnia where one cannot sleep, or hypersomnia where one sleeps excessively, feelings of worthlessness or excessive guilt often consume the patient, making them believe they are a burden to everyone around them. Cognitive functions decline, manifesting as a diminished ability to think, concentrate, or make even the simplest daily decisions effectively. Observers may notice psychomotor agitation or retardation, meaning the person moves and speaks noticeably slower than they usually would. Most dangerously, there are recurrent thoughts of death or suicide, which requires immediate professional intervention to ensure the patient's safety. But what causes these symptoms? We must look inside the brain to understand the biological basis of this serious disorder. Studies show the hippocampus, an area vital for memory and emotion, can actually shrink in people with recurrent, untreated depression. This shrinkage suggests a loss of connections between brain cells, making it physically harder for the brain to process emotions. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for reasoning and motivation, also shows reduced activity, explaining the lack of drive and decision-making issues. Neurotransmitters like serotonin, norepinephrine, and dopamine are chemical messengers that are often depleted or ineffective in the depressed brain. These chemicals regulate sleep, appetite, and mood. When their levels are disrupted, the entire system begins to fail catastrophically. Depression also disrupts circadian rhythms, confusing the body's internal clock and leading to the severe sleep issues we mentioned earlier. Abnormally high levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, are frequently found, keeping the body in a constant state of fight or flight. Genetics play a role too. If you have a family history of depression, your biological vulnerability to the condition increases. However, genes are not destiny. They interact with environmental factors like trauma or loss to trigger the onset of depression. We must view depression as a biological illness, just like diabetes or asthma, rather than a flaw in one's character. The good news is that depression is highly treatable, and modern medicine offers a variety of tools to help patients recover. Medications mainly focus on boosting the levels of essential brain chemicals, helping to restore the chemical balance within the brain. Interestingly, these medications can eventually trigger neurogenesis, which is the growth of new brain cells, repairing the shrunken hippocampus. Psychotherapy is another pillar of treatment, helping patients change negative thought patterns and develop healthier coping mechanisms for stress. Cognitive behavioral therapy is particularly effective, teaching patients to identify and challenge the distorted thinking that fuels their depression. For many patients, a combination of medication and therapy yields the best results, tackling both the biology and psychology. For treatment-resistant cases, doctors may use transcranial magnetic stimulation, which uses magnetic fields to stimulate underactive nerve cells. Electroconvulsive therapy is another option for severe cases, using controlled seizures to provide rapid relief when other treatments have failed. Lifestyle changes like regular exercise can also boost mood by releasing natural endorphins and promoting new brain cell growth. Social support is crucial. Isolation feeds depression, while connection provides the emotional safety net needed for recovery and healing. If you know someone struggling, the most important thing you can do is encourage them to seek professional medical help. You might even offer to help them find a doctor or drive them to their first appointment to reduce anxiety. Avoid offering platitudes like "just cheer up" or comparing their suffering to your own normal sadness, which invalidates their pain. Instead, offer a listening ear and reassure them that what they are feeling is a symptom of a treatable illness. We must work together to erase the stigma surrounding mental health, creating a world where seeking help is seen as strength. With proper treatment, people with depression can and do recover, returning to their lives with renewed energy and purpose. Recovery is a journey, not a race. It takes time, patience, and the right combination of support and medical intervention. Understanding the biological reality of depression helps us treat it with the seriousness and compassion that every patient deserves. It is not a sign of failure. It is a challenge that can be overcome with science, love, and persistence. Research is constantly advancing, bringing us new treatments and a deeper understanding of how to heal the human mind. Every step taken towards understanding depression is a step towards healing the millions of people who suffer in silence daily. If you are suffering, please know that you are not alone, and your pain does not define who you are. There is a path forward, out of the darkness and into the light, where life can be enjoyed once again. Resilience is built through overcoming struggles, and surviving depression often leaves people with a profound depth of empathy and strength. By combining medical science with human compassion, we can effectively fight this disorder and save countless lives around the world. Let us open the windows of our minds, remove the stigma, and allow the light of understanding to enter in. Small acts of kindness and understanding can make a massive difference to someone who is fighting a hidden internal battle. Education is our best weapon. The more we know about the brain, the better equipped we are to heal it. A healthy brain is a complex masterpiece of nature, and restoring its balance is the primary goal of modern psychiatry. Just like climbing a mountain, the journey may be exhausting, but the view from the other side is worth it. Depression does not have to be a life sentence. It can be managed, allowing for a long and fulfilling life. Breaking the chains of depression requires courage, but you do not have to do it alone or without tools. Trust in the science, trust in the process, and trust that your brain has an incredible capacity to heal itself. Your perspective can change again. The gray filter over your world can be removed with the right treatment plan. Mindfulness and stress reduction are powerful allies, helping to lower cortisol levels and protect the brain from further damage. Nutrition also plays a part. Fueling your body with the right nutrients gives your brain the building blocks it needs. Restoring healthy sleep patterns is often the first step towards recovery, allowing the brain to repair itself during the night. In our fast-paced world, taking time to slow down and care for our mental health is not a luxury. It is a necessity for survival and well-being, a priority that we must all embrace for ourselves and our communities. By sharing knowledge and showing compassion, we light the way for others who are still stumbling in the dark. If you recognize these symptoms in yourself, take that brave first step today and reach out to a professional. There are people waiting to help you, trained professionals who dedicate their lives to guiding people back to mental wellness. Depression is a chapter in your life, but it does not have to be the end of your story. The night may seem long and endless, but biology dictates that the sun will always rise again, eventually. Life is filled with moments of joy and connection that are waiting for you on the other side of recovery. At MindLight, we believe that understanding is the first step to healing, and science is the key to understanding. Thank you for joining us on this important journey into the science of depression and the human brain today. Remember to subscribe to MindLight for more illuminating insights into your health. Take care of your mind and stay safe.